Okay, so we all know that feeling, right? That travel bug bites you, you open up your travel app, and you're just overwhelmed by where to even start.
Totally, and I think we've all got these, like, never-ending travel bucket lists.
Ugh, it's never ending. So luckily, a listener sent in this travel guide, 15 must-visit countries, the ultimate 2025 travel guide. You down for a deep dive?
Let's do it.
All right, so this guide's cool because it's not just go here, go there. It really digs into why 2025 is the year to visit these specific spots.
It's all about the timing.
Love that. All right, so first up, Japan. I feel like Japan is always a hot spot, but what makes 2025 so special?
Well, everyone thinks Japan and they think like hypermodern Tokyo, which, yeah, that's a huge part of it. But what this guide highlights is Kyoto.
Okay, Kyoto, like the temples and the geishas.
Exactly, but it's not just about preserving the old ways. What's cool is how Kyoto's traditions are actually evolving in 2025. It's like this fusion of ancient and avant-garde. Super unique.
Okay, so instead of just seeing like traditional geishas, we might see some kind of geisha robot performance.
That's the idea. Think cutting-edge technology integrated into traditional tea ceremonies, or like immersive digital art installations in ancient temples. It's where tradition meets the future, and 2025 is when it all comes together.
That is so much cooler than just like, Tokyo is modern, Kyoto is old, I'm already sold.
And there's more. Don't forget about Osaka.
Oh yeah, Osaka, home of, what is it again?
Osaka is known as Japan's kitchen. Street food galore. And in 2025, they're hosting the World Expo. Sustainable development and technological innovation are the themes.
So basically, huge celebration of everything cool about Japan, plus amazing food. Sign me up.
Exactly.
Okay, Japan 2025, noted. Next up, we've got New Zealand. I have to admit, my brain immediately goes to Lord of the Rings.
Of course, but I mean, come on. It's a bit overplayed, isn't it?
Maybe just a tad.
This guide gets why someone like you, loves the outdoors. It really dives into why New Zealand's landscapes are just next level. We're talking untouched fjords that could rival Norway and incredible geothermal areas you won't find anywhere else.
Fjords, A&D, geothermal areas. That's variety. So basically 2 trips in one.
Exactly. South Island is all about the dramatic landscapes, perfect for adventure sports. Then you've got North Island, which is a chance to connect with the Maori culture and explore active volcanoes.
Plus, wouldn't 2025 be a good time to visit and avoid the crowds that might be there because of the movie tie-in?
Smart thinking.
All right, you've officially got me intrigued by New Zealand. On to a classic, Italy. Everyone loves Italy. But is there something particularly special happening in 2025?
Okay, here's the thing. Everyone goes to Rome, Venice, Florence. All amazing, don't get me wrong. But it can be crowded and expensive. This guide is pushing you to think differently.
Okay, I'm listening.
In 2025, you, someone who, appreciates unique experiences, should be looking at regions like Puglia.
Puglia. Okay, that one's not on my radar.
It's in southern Italy, and it's all about charming towns, incredible food, and a more laid-back vibe. Think like strolling through ancient olive groves, swimming in crystal clear waters, enjoying fresh seafood dinners, all for way less than you'd pay in the touristy areas.
I do love good food and a more relaxed atmosphere. Plus, I mean, who can say no to crystal clear waters? What's next on our world tour?
How about somewhere completely different? Morocco.
Morocco. Okay. My first thoughts are deserts, spices, maybe getting a little lost in a bustling marketplace. Am I close?
You're on the right track. But forget the generic tourist traps. This guide is pointing to specific artisans in Marrakech who are reviving these ancient dyeing techniques. You're not just buying a souvenir, you're witnessing a cultural revival.
Okay, now that's what I'm looking for in a trip. So it's more than just the typical tourist experience.
Absolutely. And the guide highlights this contrast. You could spend the morning haggling for spices in the souks of Marrakech, and then that evening be sipping mint tea under the stars in the Sahara.
Wow, okay, Morocco is officially on my radar now. That's what I love about these deep dives. Makes you see destinations in a whole new light. All right, where to next?
How about a classic European destination?
Let me guess. France.
You got it. But here's the thing. 2025 is the perfect year to visit because the Olympics will be over.
Less crowds. I can get behind that. But France is huge EE. Where should we head outside of Paris?
That's where this guide really shines. It's all about the French countryside. Imagine yourself cycling through the vineyards of Bordeaux, sipping world-class wine straight from the source. Or maybe wandering through lavender fields in Provence.
Okay, I'm sold.
Yeah.
A glass of wine in hand, surrounded by lavender fields. Pure bliss. But let's be real, I'm not sure I have the stamina for all that cycling. Maybe something a bit more laid back.
All right, then let's head to Costa Rica. This guide is positioning it as the place for like the eco-conscious traveler in 2025.
I have heard great things about Costa Rica. Stunning beaches, lush rainforests, and all that Pura Vida energy. But what makes it stand out in 2025 specifically?
They're constantly pushing the boundaries of sustainable tourism there. In 2025, they're launching several new initiatives, like community-based eco-lodges and wildlife conservation projects.
So you can experience all the natural beauty, but knowing you're supporting responsible travel, count me in. Plus, who can resist ziplining through the rainforest, soaking in natural hot springs? It's the perfect blend of adventure and relaxation.
Exactly. And speaking of adventure and relaxation, our next destination is a unique blend of both. It's a country that's been making waves globally, and for good reason.
Let me guess. South Korea.
Yeah.
With K-pop and K-dramas taking over the world, it's definitely on everyone's radar.
Bingo. And while K-pop and K-dramas offer a glimpse into modern Korean culture, what this guide really emphasizes is this balance, tradition and innovation.
So we're not just talking about catching a BTS concert.
Right. Think about exploring the futuristic cityscape of Seoul, towering skyscrapers, cutting-edge technology, and then, in the same trip, step back in time at Gangbukam Palace, Seoul's largest and most stunning royal palace.
I love that juxtaposition. Modernity mixed with those ancient traditions. Plus, I've heard the food scene is incredible.
Oh, absolutely. From Korean BBQ to street food markets, your taste buds are in for a treat. And here's a little insider tip from the guide. 2025 is being touted as the year of Korean culinary innovation, with chefs like pushing boundaries and fusing those traditional flavors with modern techniques.
All right, South Korea is officially moving up my list. Loving this idea of experiencing a culture that embraces both its past and its future.
Now, ready for a complete change of pace? Let's head to a destination known for its vast and diverse landscapes. Canada.
Oh, Canada. It's
Yeah.
just so huge. It's hard to know where to even begin.
Well, that's where this guide comes in handy. It really highlights the best that Canada has to offer. And in 2025, there's some, particularly compelling reasons to visit. For starters, you interested in experiencing the magic of the Northern Lights.
I mean, who isn't?
Well, 2025 is predicted to be a peak year for aurora activity. Imagine witnessing that incredible natural phenomenon firsthand.
Wow, that would be a bucket list experience for sure. And besides the Northern Lights, what else does Canada have in store for us in 2025?
Well, if you're a nature enthusiast, 2025 marks the 150th anniversary of Banff National Park. They're planning special events and celebrations all year long. Perfect time to experience the park's iconic turquoise lakes and snow-capped peaks.
I'm sensing a theme here. 2025 is a year of anniversaries and special events all over the world. That definitely adds another layer to the travel experience.
Right. It's all about timing your trip to coincide with these unique opportunities. Speaking of timing, our next destination is all about choosing the right time to visit.
Ooh, let me guess. Greece. I know everyone wants to see Santorini and Mykonos, but I bet there are better times to visit than others.
Spot on. This guide acknowledges Santorini's beauty, but it encourages you to think beyond the crowds. In 2025, they're predicting a surge in tourism due to several new luxury resorts opening.
So maybe not the best time to visit if you're looking for a more authentic, less crowded experience.
Exactly. You could consider exploring the Ionian Islands instead.
The Ionian Islands. Okay, fill me in.
Think lush greenery, crystal clear waters, but a more laid-back vibe. It's Greece, but without the crowds and inflated prices. Plus, 2025 marks the 200th anniversary of the Greek War of Independence. So, you can immerse yourself in the country's rich history and culture.
I'm starting to see the appeal. It's like experiencing the real Greece. The one that existed before, all the tourists love it.
Now, before we get too carried away with our Grecian dreams, we've got a few more destinations to cover. How about we do a rapid-fire round for the remaining countries?
Perfect. I'm ready for a whirlwind tour of the world. Let's do it.
Okay, so first up, Thailand. And we're talking more than just beaches and temples here. This guide highlights a growing movement in 2025 towards sustainable tourism. Think eco-friendly resorts, community-based tours, a real focus on preserving the country's natural beauty.
So it's about experiencing Thailand responsibly, not just checking it off the bucket list. Love that. What's next?
Next, we're heading to South America, Peru specifically. Now, I know you're a history buff, so imagine trekking through the Andes to Machu Picchu in 2025. But here's the thing. The guide suggests visiting during the off-season.
Off-season? Wouldn't that mean, worse weather?
Maybe a bit, but you'll have the ancient city practically to yourself. Plus, the guide mentions a new initiative in 2025 to limit daily visitors to Machu Picchu. So the off-season might be the only way to experience it without the crowds.
Okay, I can see the appeal of having those, like, iconic views all to myself. Avoiding the selfie sticks is always a plus. Where are we off to next?
From ancient ruins to futuristic skyscrapers, we're heading to the UAE. Dubai is always pushing boundaries with architecture and innovation, and in 2025 they're unveiling several new mega projects.
Wait, even more mega projects than they already have? Dubai feels like it's always one step ahead of the future.
Exactly. Yeah. But what's interesting is this guide encourages you to, look beyond the glitz and glam. In 2025, Abu Dhabi is hosting a major cultural festival celebrating traditional Emirati arts, music, cuisine. It's a chance to experience the heart and soul of the UAE, not just the shiny facade.
I love that. It's so easy to get caught up in the spectacle of a place like Dubai, but it's the cultural experiences that really make a trip memorable. What's our next stop?
Let's go on safari. We're heading to South Africa, a destination that truly has it all. Stunning landscapes, incredible wildlife, and a rich, complex history.
Okay, South Africa is definitely high on my list. I've always dreamed of seeing the Big Five in their natural habitat.
And in 2025, there's a new conservation initiative focusing on rhino protection. You can actually participate in tracking and monitoring these endangered animals, contributing to their preservation.
Wow, that would be an incredible experience. To see those majestic creatures up close and know you're helping to protect them, that's what travel should be about. Where to next?
Next, we're journeying to the land of Vikings and fjords, Norway. Imagine cruising through those breathtaking fjords, surrounded by towering cliffs and cascading waterfalls.
Okay, that sounds epic. But Norway is known for being, well, pretty expensive. Does this guide offer any tips for experiencing it on a budget?
Here's a little secret. 2025 marks the 50th anniversary of Norway's National Hiking Association. They're offering free guided hikes throughout the country. You can experience Norway's natural beauty without breaking the bank.
Free guided hikes? I'm in. That's a great way to, get off the beaten path and really connect with the landscape. What's our final destination for this rapid-fire round?
Last but not least, we're heading to Germany. Now, Germany might not be the first place that comes to mind for a 2025 trip, but this guide highlights a unique event that might change your mind.
Okay, I'm all ears. What's happening in Germany in 2025?
It's the 100th anniversary of the Bauhaus movement, a revolutionary school of art, architecture, and design. Germany is celebrating with exhibitions, workshops, events throughout the country, showcasing the, enduring legacy of Bauhaus.
Wow, that sounds fascinating. I've always been interested in design and architecture, so that's definitely something I'd want to check out.
And there you have it, our whirlwind tour of the remaining 6 must-visit countries for 2025.
Okay, my head is spinning with all these incredible destinations. It's going to be tough to choose. But that's the fun part, right? The planning, the dreaming, the anticipation.
Absolutely. This is just the starting point. Now it's time to delve deeper into those destinations that, really caught your attention and start planning your dream trip for 2025.
So let's turn the focus back to you, our listener. Out of these 15 countries, which one sparks your wanderlust?
Think about your personal travel style, your interests. Do you crave adventure, relaxation, cultural immersion, or a mix of everything?
Do you envision yourself, hiking through New Zealand's stunning landscapes? Or maybe exploring the ancient temples of Thailand?
Maybe you're drawn to the vibrant energy of Seoul, or the tranquil beauty of the Ionian Islands.
This is your chance to create a travel experience that really reflects who you are and what you want to get out of your trip.
And remember, travel is about more than just ticking off destinations on a list. It's about embracing new experiences, expanding your horizons, creating memories that'll last a lifetime.
So as you continue your travel planning journey, we want to leave you with one final thought, a question to ponder as you narrow down your choices.
What kind of impact do you want your travels to have?
What does it mean to be a responsible traveler in 2025?
How can you minimize your environmental footprint, support local communities, and engage with different cultures in a, respectful and meaningful way?
These are the questions that will help you shape a travel experience that's not only enriching for you, but also benefits the places and people you encounter along the way.
Because travel, at its best, is a force for good. It's about connecting with the world around us, expanding our understanding of different cultures, and contributing to a more sustainable and compassionate future.
So as you embark on your travel adventures, remember to travel thoughtfully, responsibly, and with an open heart.
The world is waiting to be explored, and we can't wait to hear about all the amazing places you discover.
Until our next deep dive, happy travels. You know it's true, though. traveling responsibly is becoming, like, more and more important these days.
Oh, absolutely. It's all about making those conscious choices that benefit the places we visit, minimize any negative impact we might have.
So as we're wrapping up this deep dive into the 15 must-visit countries for 2025, any tips for our listeners on how to travel more sustainably?
Definitely. First up, let's talk transportation. Opting for trains or buses over planes whenever possible can, significantly reduce that carbon footprint.
And once you arrive, think about supporting local businesses and communities. Choosing, locally owned accommodations, restaurants, tour operators, it really does make a difference.
Big time. It ensures that your tourism dollars are, directly benefiting the local economy. Also, be mindful of your consumption habits. Simple things, like carrying a reusable water bottle and saying no to single-use plastics, they can make a real impact.
It's all about those little choices adding up. Right. And of course, packing light. Less luggage means less fuel consumption.
For sure. And of course, respecting the local culture and environment is crucial. Dress appropriately, learn a few basic phrases in the local language, be mindful of customs and traditions.
Be a respectful guest, not just a tourist passing through.
Exactly. And when it comes to interacting with wildlife, always choose ethical tour operators, the ones that prioritize the well-being of animals and their habitats.
Appreciating wildlife responsibly, not contributing to their exploitation.
Right. Remember, sustainable travel is a journey, not a destination. It's about constantly learning, adapting, making conscious choices that align with our values.
So, as you plan your adventures for 2025 and beyond, we encourage you to embrace these principles of sustainable travel and make your journey not only memorable for you, but beneficial for the world around you.
Well said. We hope this deep dive has sparked your wanderlust and given you some food for thought as you plan your next adventure.
Remember, the world is full of incredible places just waiting to be explored. So go out there, embrace the adventure, and create memories that will last a lifetime.
And most importantly, travel thoughtfully, responsibly, and with an open heart.
Happy travels, everyone.